in the DB Auckland Cup as the field for this year's Classic lines up. First two have gone into line. Ruanuku has gone forward. Gary Barkler to ride for the Auckland Cup.
Greatness, set and racing in the Auckland Cup. Now a little slow out was Capel Lady. One of the first out was Greatness, and Fountain Court kicked up on the inside. Running round now, going up Double Trouble on the outside. Middle Ridge has been parked about 3 and 4 wide. Secret Ace has got into a good spot on the rail already. They followed round Bellerophon, then followed next Rose and Thistle. Double Trouble back on the inside of Beaver Boy now, and working round wide. Secure Deposit, Kotari Chief in that group as well. Settling back now is Mr. Duthie towards the rear, and well back also. Now Commissionaires race round to lead them in the Cup as they work down past the 800 the first occasion. Back last is Ruanuku, and well back Otakuri Maid. Back with them also Capel Lady, Unequalled and Rush Cutter. Working to the 600 metres the first occasion. Now Commissionaire bowling along. He's going to set a good rate. 3 lengths on Middle Ridge, who's pulling a little hard. 3 behind him. Secure Deposit parked 3 deep. Then followed Bellerophon, 1 out. Fountain Court settled nicely on the inside. 3 back behind them, Greatness and Secret Ace. Then followed about 2.5 Rose and Thistle as they swing into the straight the first occasion. Kotari Chief, Double Trouble, the next two settling back. Then Beaver Boy, then Mr. Duthie, Rush Cutter, well back Capel Lady. Otakuri Maid about 15 lengths off the leaders. Then 2 back behind them is Unequalled, and Ruanuku is last of all. Racing to the judge now, and Commissionaire leads about 4.5 lengths, and he's going keenly. So too Middle Ridge in second spot. 1.5 lengths Secure Deposits, loving it. He's lobbing along easily. On the outside then is Bellerophon. Fountain Court tucked in on the inside of Secret Ace, improving. 1.5 lengths Greatness as they leave the straight. Then Rebel Royale. Then Double Trouble, followed out by Rose and Thistle at the 1600 metres now. Then Kotari Chief, Beaver Boy. They're followed by next is Capel Lady, Mr. Duthie. Rush Cutter, Otakuri Maid. Then followed Unequalled. And last of all is Ruanuku. So working into the 1400 metre mark now, and they ran their first half in 1:38.48. So the leader is Commissionaire, 1.5 lengths clear. From in second place, Middle Ridge. 2 to car, then Secured Deposit. 1.5 lengths Secret Ace, then Fountain Court, the inside of Greatness. 1.5 lengths Bellerophon, then followed Double Trouble with Rebel Royale 3 deep. Then followed Rose and Thistle, then Kotari Chief trying to poke between horses. Then Beaver Boy, Mr. Duthie, 1.5 lengths back. Then Capel Lady, Rush Cutter, Otakuri Maid hasn't moved. 15 lengths off the leaders. From then Unequalled, and Ruanuku is last of all. Down the rise in the Cup, 900 metres to travel. Now Middle Ridge goes up and tackles Commissionaire on the lead, and they lead 1.5 lengths. Secure Deposits camped on them. Right there also is equal favourite Secret Ace. 2.5 behind these now. Greatness, a half back Rebel Royale. 2.5 Rose and Thistle, then Fountain Court being niggled at, then followed by Double Trouble, Mr. Duthie, as they come to the 600 metres, and the leader is Middle Ridge takes over in the Cup. Secure Deposit races into second. Commissionaire giving ground sharply the inside. A danger there is Secret Ace. He moves into second equal. From then Rebel Royale as they come off the false rail. Greatness is next, and then Kotari Chief, Rose and Thistle. 400 to go, and Middle Ridge set sail for home now from Secure Deposit. They set down to it, and Secret Ace joining issue on the outside. They're the 3, and here's a late run. Kotari Chief, so Secure Deposit though shot to the lead with 250 to go. He's well in command at this point from Middle Ridge, then followed by late Kotari Chief, then Secret Ace, but old Secure Deposit, he's well clear going to the post. He's got 4 lengths on Kotari Chief and Otakuri Maid. Secure Deposit gets the Cup. Second is Kotari Chief. Otakuri Maid was third. They were followed home then Secret Ace, Middle Ridge the next horse, 4 back to Rebel Royale. They were followed Capel Lady, a long way Unequalled, Mr. Duthie, then followed Commissionaire gave in. Then Rose and Thistle didn't yelp. From Fountain Court got tired from Rush Cutter, then well back Beaver Boy. Then Greatness well back towards the rear, and alongside of it was Double Trouble and Ruanuku, and pulling up last was Bellerophon, and he's...
And so Secured Deposit has won the DB Auckland Cup, and what a thrill it's going to give Mrs. Eileen Mackley, Mrs. Ralph, her husband Hilton Mackley, who is a steward of the Auckland Racing Club, and trainer Neville Atkins from Waiuku. They have just pulled off the biggest race of the year in winning the DB Auckland Cup in grand style. Let's have a look at the final stages, if they are available, of this year's epic race.
And as they come around the corner, it's Middle Ridge who is the leader, but look at Secure Deposit just coming up on the outside.
Can Grant just
and
stop
Secret
talking
Ace
in a
on
minute?
the outside as well. Sorry, Philip. And it's Secure Deposit well and truly clear now, with Middle Ridge starting now to feel the pinch. Kotari Chief coming home strongly. Otakuri Maid finishing strongly along the rail, but look at Secure Deposit. He's got it well and truly won. About 3 lengths clear. Kotari Chief, And Auckland Maid coming home very quickly and will grab third place. But look at the winning margin for Secure Deposit, 3 lengths. Qatari Chief has run second, the lightweight, and Auckland Maid has run third.
So what a thrill it will be for the connections of Secure Deposit. And I can see Neville Atkins making his way through here in a moment. I'll try and get a quick word with him. What a thrill it must be for him. Neville Atkins, can I just get a very quick comment? Neville, what a reaction. What's your first reaction?
Fantastic. Fantastic.
Was it the sort of race that you were hoping for?
Well, we wanted a pacemaker. And
up to 2,000 metres, Phil, I thought that he would be the pacemaker, and I thought that he'd set a good rate, and of course that suited Secure Deposit down to the ground. With a round to go, the horse was absolutely loving it and lobbing along.
Des Coppins, at this stage here, Commissioner has pretty well taken the lead. Were you disappointed in his effort? Did you expect him to go like this?
Well, I had all the faith in the world in David Walsh and in Noel Eels. Actually, Noel did say to me during the week that the reason why he's got the horse in the Auckland Cup is because the race is worth $200,000. And let's face it, without Commissioner in the race, we may have seen a race as we've seen in Auckland Cups in past times, where horses have actually got on the heels of one another. But Commissioner made the race for the rest of the field.
Lex, Middle Ridge at this stage, as you can see, positioned very well in second place, but Commissioner's front-running tactics the way they were, would that have unsettled the horse a bit more?
I don't think so, Philip. I do think that Middle Ridge was the undoing of Commissioner because Gary Grills, with his lightweight, decided to have a crack at Commissioner about 800 out, and with his lightweight soon put paid to Commissioner's chances. I think if Middle Ridge hadn't have been camped right where he was, Commissioner may have lasted a lot longer than he did.
If someone had to write a synopsis of this race before the race, could you have just about predicted the positions now? I mean, here we've got Secure Deposit racing up there in about 3rd or 4th place. Fountain Court positioned on the road. It almost seemed to repeat, Keith Hobb, of a couple of the Auckland Cups or 2-mile events we've seen in the past.
Very much so in Fountain Court's case. He settles beautifully, though, and travels about that place. I think you could have read it because Commissioner, as I said, he's always pulled in 2,000-metre races. Middle Ridge is in second place. Well, he led all the way in his last 2 starts. He was in second place. Secure Deposit has always raced in the first 2 or 3. In fact, Neil Haynes stated before the race he didn't mind if he led them. So those are the first 3 horses. Fountain Court's back on the inside rail. Bellerophon got trapped a little wide. She gave in a long way out, but she usually travels in about that space. The Secret Ace, well, he lobs along in that usual spot. He's about 6th in the gold colours. And no, I think it's a predictable race at that point. The only thing is possibly the rate they were going. They worked in their first mile in 1:38.4. They've set a New Zealand record, and it became a true stayers go, and that's the horse Secure Deposit that outstayed them.
OK, Keith Hobb, thank you for your comments. Jack Petley, a final comment from you.
Well, I think this horse could win the Wellington Cup. He's carried 53.5 today, and I think he could win the Wellington Cup with a big chance Auckland Maid if she's come through it.
Des Coppins?
Auckland Maid's run was actually an eye-catcher, and I think she's the one that could win the Wellington Cup with her lightweight.
Were you disappointed, Lex Nichols, in the race today or not?
No, it was a great race, Philip, and we mustn't overlook the fantastic effort of Qatari Chief. I know Code lightweight, but he came home extra well for a second. We're a long way back. Give him a big show in the Wellington Cup too.
Lex Nichols and gentlemen, thank you very much. Well, here is how Secure Deposit won the DB Auckland Cup from the turn. Let's join Keith Hobb for the final 400.
Now from Secure Deposit, they sit down to it, and Secret Ace joining issue on the outside. They're the 3, and here's a late run, Qatari Chief. So Secure Deposit, though, shot to the lead with 250 to go. He's well in command at this point from Middle Ridge, then followed by late Qatari Chief, then Secret Ace, but old Secure Deposit, he's well clear going to the post. He's got 4 lengths on Qatari Chief and Auckland Maid. Secure Deposit gets the cup. Second is Qatari Chief. Auckland Maid was